Hello, we are tuned in for today's show, a braiding tutorial. This week's hair tutorial will be starring Kayla Turner.
Hello everyone, my name is Kayla Turner and I'm coming to you all and I'm here with you all for a braiding tutorial. So I have a few things with me. I have my mannequin, her name is Chanel. I love to practice on my mannequin. It's very essential when you're trying to get better and perfect your craft. I have 3 different combs right here. This is kind of like a medium-sized comb. Then there's like a rat tail comb. This is what you call a rat tail comb because of the tail is very long. And then there's a wide tooth comb. It has wide teeth in between. So I have a few clips, like 3 clips. These are like metal clips. They're easy to slide through the hair and slide out. So you slide it in and then you slide it right back out. And then this clip is easy to pin up hair. So if you need to grab some and pin it up, easy. Okay. But right now I'm gonna part the hair. I'm gonna take one of the hair ties and I'm just gonna do the front part. I mean, you can braid different styles, many different types of ways. So right now I'm just gonna part the hair with the rat tail comb. I'm gonna make a smaller section. I don't want too much hair in the braid. I'm just gonna braid it across, by the way. So like that is fine. And I'll just take a hair tie and pin it or tie it at the front. And then I'll take this hair. I make sure all of the hair is out of the way. That's supposed to be up there in that section. I don't want any other hair strands in the section because you want it to look neat. And so you just take the hair tie and tie the back section of the hair. And I use the clip to pin it down too, for it won't be in the way. I'm gonna start on this side. And I'm gonna pin this section down. So when you start the braid, you take 3 strands right here. I grip it with both of my fingers, but this hand I grip this part and I grip this part right here with my pointer and my middle finger. So now that I have those 3 sections out, you always try to pull this hair back for it won't fall in the way. And to make it neat as possible, I usually use edge control, but this time I'm just gonna use the hair without the edge control. And you take 1 strand from the far left, which is your far right, and you're gonna pull over. And you're gonna grab the hair as you start the braid from each section. So you're crossing the hair strands across from each other, but you're pulling in the same time. And you wanna grip it tight for it can look very neat. And you can braid all hair textures this way. There's no secret way of braiding. Fine hair, you just have to grip a little bit tighter. But you just keep braiding. Keep pulling it through, bring it around the outside of that one. And it's just a repeated process all the way across. Now some some sections of where I parted the hair is thicker than others. So you have to make sure you still grip it tight or it will look sloppy. We'll be back for a commercial break and I'll finish the rest of the braid with you all. Thank you.
Oh my God, this pimple hurts. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Promise tonight. I really need your help.
This is exactly what you need. It clears up your acne in a matter of seconds.
Wow, it really
So we're still braiding across. As you can see, it's a continued process. You have to have patience. If you're a hairstylist, whether you are or not, you may have a child that need their hair braided, or you just may want to braid your hair at the front or wherever, but any part of the head, this is how you would braid or make a braid. So you just keep pulling through, gripping hair as you make the braid across the head. Now, some people braid underhanded, overhanded. I say that I braid underhanded because I pull it over and I twist my wrist that way. So yeah, it leads to whenever I finish the braid and I'm braiding it all the way down and through. I braid it outwards, like underneath, like that. Now, that's the braid. Now I can make another braid. A lot of people like to wear pigtails, or I know whenever I play basketball, I had a lot of teammates that wear pigtails with braids. So I can show you all how to do that. That's parted bigger, so you have to part it down the middle of the head. And make sure your parts are even, unless you just don't care how your parts look. You want the parts to look even and neat. It's all about neatness and precision. So you just part all the way down the middle, all the way to the back. And I'll just take this section, put in the hair tie. Don't need a hair clip, just leave it like that. Take that big brush, make sure you brush all the way through. You don't want no flying hairs. It's the same thing, so you take this big section right here, and I like to do it in three, so like right down in the middle of it, that section. So put your 2 fingers in. That's how you make 3 sections. Now this is a little bit harder. My hands are big. Some people have smaller hands than me, but it's the same process. So I brung this middle section around the section that was in the middle. So your right is my left, and you bring this section over the middle. And make sure you grip tight. You pull this hair up from the sides. From this end, you pull and add on to that section. And you keep going all the way down. So each strand you have to add hair as you go. And if you're doing someone's hair, you'll ask them to hold their head down as you keep going towards the back of the head. And it's the same process. I mean, it's fairly simple. Some people have trouble starting out with braiding. Cornrows is what they're called. But there's different ways that you can do them. A lot of people do like the 4-strand braids, but I think the 3-strand is the easiest. And then if it's 2 strands, it'll be a twist. You'll just twist it as you go instead of braiding it all the way down. And that is all so far with the braiding. I'll have more tutorials later. Thank you all for tuning in, and I appreciate you all.